It says that the okay, we're live on YouTube. The recording is now live. Great.
Yeah, if you could just wait one moment, because it on mine it still isn't quite there. Okay.
It says that the okay, we're live on YouTube. The recording is now live. Great. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's wonderful to see everybody. It was wonderful to actually see the sunshine once this week. I was very excited, and the the Torah portion this week is Truma, and it tells about the building of the tabernacle. And Rabbi Leah Berkowitz, who's a friend of Rabbi Gorbin and myself, uh, came up with a wonderful book about precious things. And it tells the story of Bezalel, who had a special things box and just loved to fill it with beautiful things like stones and skins and strings that he found. And when it came time to build the tabernacle, some of his special things were part of that adventure. And everyone was involved in worshiping God. And
Hi, Dale.
uh,
Over there.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to pause for a second as our folks mute everybody who's not actually one of our speakers tonight. And Franz Rosenzweig, the the German Jewish philosopher from the 20th century, one of his comments was that the wonder of the tabernacle is that the people were forced to make pyramids of bricks for Pharaoh, and now they were building a sanctuary for God, and they were freed. And it reminds us of the journeys that our people have traveled literally for thousands of years, at times in exile, at times finding new homes. So knowing the heart of the stranger and always welcoming strangers and finding the place of the divine wherever we go. And I couldn't think of a more beautiful picture to illustrate this than we have for our first picture this evening. Shabbat shalom.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamalachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi Hamalachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nil Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nil Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeichem l'shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, invite you to join me in lighting our Shabbat candles.
Where was the thing?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu
Got your email for the link.
l'hadlik ner
Needs to warm up. I
shel
reviewed it.
Shabbat. So bring whoever's close to you nearby. Whether it's physically or in your minds and your hearts. Because we all need a little more blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha Shalom. Everyone, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Yasem lecha shalom, shalom. V'yasem lecha shalom, shalom, shalom. Yasem lecha shalom, shalom. V'yasem lecha shalom, shalom. V'yasem lecha shalom. So some people have the custom of rising for Kiddush, some people have the custom of sitting for Kiddush. I invite you to do whatever you'd like to make or you have as your custom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'yitziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kadshecha v'yava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. L'chaim. If you've been standing, please have a seat. We'll continue with this beautiful song for Shabbat. Yedid nefesh av harachaman mishoch avdecha el ritzonecha yarutz avdecha kemo ayal ishtacha ve'el mul hadarcha yerav lo yedidutecha minofet sufechol tam yerav lo yedidutecha minofet sufechol tam yalla la yalla yalla la yalla la 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 yalla la yalla la 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 ya la 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 la. Hope I can hear you sort of singing through the screen as we welcome Shabbat, Shabbat bride together. Ayalai lecha dodi, ayalai likrat kala, ayalai penei Shabbat nekabala, ayalai lecha dodi, ayalai likrat kala, ayalai penei Shabbat nekabela, shamor vezachor b'dibur echad, hishmianu el hamiyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'litila, ya'ilalai lecha dodi, ya'ilalai likrat kala, ya'ilalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela, likrat Shabbat lechu v'nei l'chakim, mekor haveracha, merosh mikadem nesuchad, sof ma'asa b'machshava tchila, ya'ilalai lecha dodi, ya'ilalai likrat kala, ya'ilalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela, hitoreri, kiva horechu mihori, uri, shir daberi kavod Adonai alaich nigla, ya'ilalai lecha dodi, ya'ilalai likrat kala, ya'ilalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret balakam, b'simcha u'b'tzala, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, ya'ilalai lecha dodi, ya'ilalai likrat kala, ya'ilalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela, ya'ilalai lecha dodi, ya'ilalai likrat kala, ya'ilalai b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Let's take that a little bit different. Tzadikat amar yifrach, ke'erez balvanon yizkeh, shetulim beveit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu, od yenun b'seva, shenim v'rananim yiyu l'chagid, ki yashar Adonai tzuri v'lo avlatavo. Please rise if you are comfortable doing so for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalamad yivarach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעל ועלמא יתברך. יתברך ישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה. ברכו לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. Continue with the Baruch Hu. Yalla lai, yalla 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 lai, yalla lai, yalla la la lai, yalla lai, yalla lai, yalla la la lai, yalla lai, lai, yalla lai, yalla lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Let us bless the source of life, source of darkness and light, heart of harmony and chaos, creativity and creation. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai HaMa'ariv Aravim.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. B'shokbeinu v'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. And if we could spotlight Lenore Wasidlo, if she's been able to join us today. I know that was her intention when I spoke to her today. There she is. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one. We will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Always such an inspiration, Lenore. Please be seated if you are standing and continue with us. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Anticipating, believing, affirming, thinking abundantly, even when our self-confidence is not strong. Hope takes practice. When the human spirit aspires, we stretch. When we reach beyond what enslaves us, we live with light and goodness. When hope becomes the answer to fear, so much is possible. Imagine the possibilities when we envision ourselves as strong, healthy, loving. Miracles abound.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. Let's do that again. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלי ענו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו ביד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך neder b'kodesh norah tehilot osef elem osef elem osef elem. And a blessing for a peaceful evening and an evening of well-being. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam Beini olam Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael Ori leolam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim et haaretz ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat Shabbat vayinafash. Please rise if you are comfortable doing so as we we begin the Amidah together. Ananana Adonai. Ananana Sfatai Tiftach. Ananana Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Eilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana Sfatai Tiftach. Ananana Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Eilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana Sfatai Tiftach. Ananana Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Eilatecha. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshia u'Magen, Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Ata Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol Ata Rav le'hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayei me'emunato lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gvurot u'mido melech, Melech memit u'mechayeh u'matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata l'chayot hakol, Baruch ata Adonai mechayei hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah, Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Let us hallow the Sabbath day. Let us keep it in remembrance of creation and the covenant. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. O God, may we always say and do what is right and good, wherever we live, in this country, in the land of Israel, anywhere. May we understand that you are a God. We turn to you in prayer. Baruch atah Adonai she'otacha levadecha b'yira na'avod.
And always remembering what there is for us to be grateful for. Ve'al nisecha shebechol yom erev v'boker b'tzorayim me'olam kivinu lach me'olam kivinu lach atov מעולם קיווינו לך, מעולם קיווינו לך, מעולם קיווינו לך. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. This time we offer the prayers that are deep within our hearts, perhaps even the prayers we can't give words to, but we know the feelings inside. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say Amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say Amen. 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 Descend on us, and the world will say Amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Amen. Amen. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Amen. Amen. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. May the one who makes peace in the heavens descend on us, and the world will say Amen. Can we advance one more slide, please? This time in our service, we invite you to think of all those in need of healing, whether these are people that you know or people that you just know need someone and some prayers. And Rabbi Crystal, if you would be kind enough to, while I'm playing at the break between the Mishaberachs, to offer the names of those that people may have in the chat or have offered before the service. Thank you. When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired you just can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Misheberach Avotenu Mikor habracha Imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
Names we include Bonnie Cook, Holly and Jamie Bellin, Sue Lubin, Jill Swiss, Alan Swiss, Ann Cohn, Don Pepe, Adi, Athena, Claudia, Helen, Jen, Leona, Steffi, Trudy, and Edgar Bernstein, Abraham K., Sarah Bat Rivka, Jamie and Holly Halbin, Sue Lubin, Ann Cohn, Tony Linder, Maury Valentini, Sue Horn, Florence Lee N., David M., Leon B., Steve Eng, Michelle Kibbutz, George Gurneth and Kathy Lowry, Michael Butler, Linda Dornberg, Harav Rachel Bat Shmuel Ufruma, Sherry Sparkle, Shirley Sparkle, Carlotta Page, Anna Rachel Bat Betty, and all of those with COVID-19, Howard Block, Sarah Bat Rivka, Nathan Ben Yehudit, Natan Bat Yehudit, Ben Yehudit, Jean Karsten, James Davis, Patty Davis. Those in Texas who are suffering without heat and water, Ann Valdez, Suzanne Troth.
Misheberach Imotenu Mikor habracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal
Shabbat Shalom. The movie Spare Parts was about a robot named Stinky. A group of 4 Carl Hayden High School students in Phoenix, Arizona, put Stinky together. Oscar Vasquez, Kristen Arcenta, Lorenzo Santillan, Luis Aranda. They won first place in the competition. They defeated MIT military academies and other universities in the 2004 National Robotics Competition. This team had only $800, used car parts, but won the competition over the highly funded university teams. All 4 students were undocumented immigrants from Mexico. A story in Wired magazine called Clavito Robot mentioned that 3 of the young men didn't qualify for federal student loans because of their immigration status. Wired readers eventually raised more than $90,000 in scholarships. Lorenzo, who Davis described as the mechanical genius, also loved to cook. He used the Wired scholarship money to attend culinary school. Luis was a US citizen when the group won the contest. Today, he runs a catering company with one of his friends and works as a janitorial supervisor for the courts in Phoenix. Oscar graduated from Arizona State University, but they couldn't resolve his immigration status. Senator Dick Dubin learned of his plight and helped him get amnesty. He returned to the US and enlisted in the Army. Christiane couldn't finish college in part because of money. A ballot measure raised tuition for undocumented immigrants. For a time, he worked at Home Depot, and now he helps with a neighbor's business. These are the amazing stories of people who want to make their homes in the United States. Immigration policy is a critical issue in our nation. Over the past several presidential administrations, there's often been agreement with broad brushstrokes that we need to change, that immigration is important for our country, but no consensus could be reached. The past 4 years has seen xenophobia, the demonization of immigrants, and policies which break the heart because of their cruelty. Parents and children separated from one another. Close to 1,000 families were separated, and I still remember the sounds of crying children that played on the radio. Horrendous conditions for children at detention centers, adults and children held in cramped cells, sometimes with no access to soap, toothpaste, or places to wash their hands or shower. The denial of people seeking asylum, entry into the United States, and their plight in squalid camps at the border. And the many dimensions of the crisis are highlighted by ICE raids at different factories, and they show the conflicting emotions. It's wrong to come to the United States without proper documentation and forged identification. Companies commit fraud to hire people. Often workers are exploited. Immigrants may take jobs that no one else will do. People can come because of poverty or violence in their native countries. And parents are separated from children. And at elite levels, we need workers for our high-tech industry, for medicine. And we think of the tragedy in El Paso in 2019, when 22 people were murdered, and 27 were wounded. Our hearts are still with the families of the victims and those who were wounded. The shooter posted a racist manifesto. He railed against Hispanic influence in the United States. For over 10 years now, I've worked on this issue of immigration reform. I was in Postville, Iowa, when the first widely publicized ICE raid took place at a kosher meatpacking plant. I've worked on legislation, visited people in detention centers, represented the Jewish community at many programs, and helped with relief programs. My first tutorial came from the director of the Human Rights Program at the University of Chicago. We respond to the crisis of recent times. We often don't appreciate the complexity of the issues and the different tensions. The Migration Policy Institute had a report entitled Immigration and America's Future, a New Chapter. The chairs of the committee were Senator Spencer Abraham and Congressman Lee Hamilton. There were scholars in the group, and of blessed memory, John McCain and Edward Kennedy, along with Leon Panetta. It's a concise summary of the different factors with immigration, protecting America's workers, ensuring that business have workers at every level, doctors, professors, manual laborers, computer engineers, to promote America's vision of democracy around the world, ensure security of our borders, respond to the reality of families in the US whose members are both citizens and undocumented, and provide a land where people can come for freedom, a place to escape from persecution and build a new life. No, we can't solve this dilemma tonight. But what does Judaism say? And I'd offer three different ideals. One is the life of the stranger. The other is a concept called Dina de Malchut Dina, the law of the land is the law. And a third, B'diavad, practical case law. The plight of the strangers. This stands at the heart of Judaism. The rabbis say that Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed because they were cruel to strangers. Passover, we say, let all who are hungry come and eat. And throughout our history, we have been refugees. The first temple was destroyed in 587 BCE, the second in 70 CE, expelled from England in 1290, France in 1306, Spain in 1492. During World War II, there was the tragedy of the St. Louis, a ship with over 900 Jews which sailed from Hamburg. The United States and Canada refused to admit the passengers. 254 of these died in the Shoah. And then illegal immigration after the Second World War to find a new home. The movie Exodus dramatizes this activity. Ours is a history of needing safe refuge. And at the same time, there's Dina de Malchut Dina, the law of the land is the law. The prophet Jeremiah said, seek the peace of the city to which I've exiled you, and pray to God on its behalf, for in the peace thereof you shall find peace. And lastly, B'diavad, practical case law. We don't do it, but if it happens, we respond. Rabbi Yitzhak Frank, in a practical guide to Holocaust, says, B'diavad is an after-the-fact perspective. An action is not permitted according to Jewish law, but once it has occurred, we must consider if it is subject to punishment or if it's exempt. The issues are multifaceted, and this is going to be on the agenda of the new administration. A policy for citizenship for DACA recipients, asylum for refugees, the need for workers, secure borders, and the situation of over 11 million undocumented immigrants in the United States. the vast majority, are essential to our society. And I met these people, and the effect of deporting them would be devastating. At the same time, we don't give de facto citizenship. Dina de Malchuta Dina. These are answers that our country needs to seek. And I think we close by thinking of the words of Emma Lazarus on the Statue of Liberty. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here, at her sun-washed, sunset gate shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand goes worldwide welcome. Her mighty eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame. Keep ye ancient lands, your storied pomp, cries she. With silent lips, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to be free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Shabbat Shalom. We continue now with announcements. There we are. You are invited. There we go. You are invited to join us for upcoming classes and events. Havdalah and a Circle of Song on Saturdays, Hartman Learning on Sundays, Breshit on Sundays. We have special classes and events. Frozoom, Purim Spiel that the Cantor is working on. It'll be Thursday, February 25th at 7. And it's going to be amazing. And the great Latka Hamantash and debate, the 25th at 8. And this year we're going to have our highlight reel. And our drive-through Purim Carnival will be on the parking lot Technology Drive on Sunday, February 28th from 10 to 12. JDAIM, our Inclusion Month. Storytelling, Sunday, February 21st at 2. Hosted by Alan Oliphant of Moth Pittsburgh. And members of Temple Sinai will tell their stories. And Matan Koch, and I've known Matan since he was at camp and through the years, college and law school. He's amazing. He is director of Respectability California and Jewish Leadership. He will share a vision for inclusion through a Jewish lens, Wednesday the 4th at 5:30. We also have our virtual tour of Spain and our Purim charity drive. And for highest, highest refugee Shabbat, we'll be marking it not on March 5th, but on the 12th. And Delegate Kathy Tran, who I knew for the last 2 years in Virginia, whose family escaped from Vietnam, her family were boat people, will be speaking with us. After the Elenu, after the adoration, we'll have our birthday blessings.
So if we can move forward, actually, with Rabbi Crystal's announcement, and we'll go back to birthday blessings. Thank you. Please rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
And now we scroll back to the birthday blessings, and we offer this blessing for our friends who are celebrating their birthdays. And we offer blessings for those who have sent in their names. You can put additional names in the chat. We have Jan Fink, Lynn Magid Lazar. Jan's on the 4th of the month. Lynn is on the 7th. Nicolette Wynn, who's on the 16th. Stephen Holstein, who's on the 17th. Kara Doyle, who's on the 18th. Ida Doyle Dratch, who's on the 19th. Happy 4th birthday. And Lenore Wasilio, who's on the 22nd. And Rachel Butler, who's on the 18th. We say, Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and fathers. Bless our friends as they're celebrating their birthdays. May they be blessed with continued good health, with vitality and a zest for life. May they be blessed with a circle of love from family and friends. As our pandemic will be drawing to a close, may they meet new people, share the joy with them of the wonder of the world. May they find adventures and learning, continue to grow, to see all of the insights and knowledge in our world. May they feel the spirit of the divine in their lives. Eternal our God, may our friends be blessed. Continue to do deeds of loving kindness in the world, and especially blessed may they be with their love of their family and dear ones. Amen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
We continue now as we prepare for the Kaddish. We express our condolences to everyone who has lost a dear one. To all of those who have lost dear ones in the past month, we express our condolences on the deaths of Jeffrey Holst, Andy Lockery, the boyfriend of Gina Fayola, Greta Coleman, the sister-in-law of Phyllis Dreyfus, Helen Aronoff, the mother of Lori Mulvey, Thea Person, the cousin of Aya Batensky, Bernard Bernie Latterman, the father of Jay and Joita Latterman. We mark the yard sites this week of Alex Adelman, Ella Alpern, Sophie Auerbach, Jerome S. Balbot, Sarah L. Bernstein, Louis Childs, Ann Darling, Betty Dash, Alter Dovner, Morris Denmark, Sam Diamond, Edward Dorfson, Francis Anisman Feinberg, Emmanuel Manny Fried, Arthur Friedland, George Goldberg, Morton Gould, Jerome Graff, Ida W. Kaplan, Francis Cart, Mel Kurz, Irwin B. Levin, Marjorie Malakoff, Bernard Mann, Belle S. March, Anna Goldie Perlman, Linda A. Pelkoffer, Joseph Porter, Ben Portnoy, Andrew Pratt, Evelyn Reeb, Gilbert Robin, David Joseph Rudolph, Samuel Rev, Louis I. Pete Schwartz, Renee Scowatow, Sadie Smith, Selma Goldston Snyder, Ellie Spungen, Sally Stein, Fanny Sykes, Fedora Weinswig, William Zoffer. Recall all of those with no one to remember them, those who have lost their lives to COVID-19 in Texas and through natural disasters, through violence in the world, and in defense of freedom. We say the words of the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yiratei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv yamru amen. Yei shmei rabbah mevorach v'elam omei omaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'grusha b'rechu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, tamiram be'ama v'yimru, amen. Ve'yishlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim olenu be'al kol Yisrael v'yimru, amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Olenu be'al kol Yisrael v'yimru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to the bereaved. Amen.
We close this evening with the words of Adon Olam, a favorite melody of this congregation. Adon Olam asher malach yayididid hayidididadadadadai be'terem kol yitzir nivra hayididid hayidididadadadadai be'tasam echefzo kol yayidididadadadadai azay melech shemo nikra yayidididadadadai והוא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה איי 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 אדון עולם אשר מלך ידידי ידידי דדדדדדי טרם כל יציר נברא הידידי הידידי דדדדדי את עשה בחפצו כל ידידי דדדדדדי אז המלך שמו נקרא איי איי דדדדדי ואחרי ויעדוב כרוחי והייתי שון מהעירה ואם רוחי גבייתי אדון עלי ולא יירא איי 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 אדון עולם אשר מלך הידידי הידידי דדדדדי בטרם כל יציר נברא carry on for me as I melech shemoni kra
God who brings peace to the high heavens, being peace to all of us, to all humanity, and we say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Allie. Oh, Michelle Allman. I meant to say your name for birthday blessings, and I forgot. Please accept my apology and happy birthday.
God who gives peace to the high heavens, who gives peace to all of us.
Cantor Berman, thank you. Do you want to end the live stream?
Sure.
So is this real time here?
That will do it.
Thank you, Allie.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.